Hey everyone, this is the Balanced Life podcast, and I'm Tiffany Coulter. It's great to see you guys. As you can see in the background, I'm busily working on recording videos, and I've got a new course that's going to be releasing in a few weeks later into February. So there's a lot of stuff happening here, and it got me thinking about our goals and our desires. And I decided to just title today's podcast, Are Your Actions Lining Up with Your Goals, with your desires? Because this can apply to our personal life as well as our professional life, relationships, health, all of it. And I think this time of year we get really excited about setting goals and starting strong and doing these things. And then just over time, that enthusiasm isn't enough to carry us. For me personally, I find that accountability is the key to helping me to accomplish things. So I wanted to give you a couple of like gut check things to help you as you're trying to evaluate how to spend your time, your money, what you eat, what you drink, where you go, when you go, how often you go, all those things. I heard back when I was, oh man, this probably, I was about 18, 20 years old. Somebody said, if you were accused of being a Christian, would there be enough evidence to convict you? And I'm sure you've heard similar things on other topics, but that always stuck in my head because another thing that I heard later is if you consider yourself a generous person, would there be enough evidence in your checkbook to convict you? Same lines. And what I got from that is really a lot of us have really noble intentions. What we don't have is good follow through. And that's pretty widespread. There's a reason why there are so few really high achievers, people who manage to live a life that just, you're like, how do you get all that stuff done? How do you do these things? And I think a lot of it has to do with self-discipline and with a true alignment between what you say you want to do and the sacrifices you're willing to make that happen. And so I would encourage you over the next couple of days, even just sit down today when this podcast is done. I don't imagine this podcast is going to be very long today because really that's the key to everything. There's no amount of conversation that needs to be had. The problem is we spend too much time talking about and excusing behavior that goes against what we say our core beliefs and our goals are, rather than taking that time to simply do the actions and to learn the things that will get us there. So if it means we need to get up a half an hour early so that we can be disciplined to read for 20 minutes or to eat healthier, to make a breakfast that isn't processed junk, to spend time with a family member, like spend time with the kids in the morning or with the spouse, or to get to the gym. I'm not somebody that can exercise in the morning. I have to exercise at the end of the day. But if that's your thing, it's a matter of taking the goals and making commitments. You can make action steps. You can schedule them on your account. You can do all the things. You can have all the apps you want. You can buy all the clothes you want. You can get as many treadmills to hold your laundry as you want. It's really a matter of what are your core beliefs, what are your principles, and what is the price that you are willing to pay to accomplish those. And this isn't just about business. This website is about the balanced life, all facets of our life. And I'm coming to you as a fellow traveler, a fellow learner. You can see there's some clutter over my shoulder. I've worked really hard to not let things get cluttered. And then I got super busy working on, taxes and New Year's stuff and things happening with the family, good things, but things, being busy, helping kids move and releasing these new courses and releasing some new products to people and releasing some of the books and all the marketing, that the clutter, the natural state of things just kind of mushed back to what it was before. And so with small incremental changes, 10 minutes here, 10 minutes there. I've gotten rid of the pile of clutter here on my desk where I'm working. This is now actually only the stuff that I'm focused on. And that stuff back there, I'm gradually cleaning and putting away. But see, I'm not demanding everything at once. I'm bringing my goals into alignment. I'm bringing my actions into alignment with my goals. And I'm staying focused, and I'm giving myself grace without giving myself a pass. I'm not happy that there's a pile of stuff over my shoulder, but I am happy that it's smaller than it was 3 days ago, and it's smaller than it was a week ago. And it's going to continue each day in 10-minute increments to go down and go down. I'm also exercising each day, finally, after putting it off forever. So little wins are great. The discipline is great, but just like anybody who has an addiction or something, until they realize there's a problem, there's not going to be a change. What that is a heart issue. Until they're committed to having something different, nothing is going to change. And the same is true in our lives as we try to move toward positive changes and bringing balance to our life and bringing about a life that we can feel comfortable with, that we enjoy, that has all the different pieces in a, not equal, but in a reasonable meshing. So think about what your goals actually are. What is it you really want to accomplish? And what activities are preventing you from doing that? What activities are helping you do that? And maybe what activities do you need to rearrange? Like in my example, if I were to exercise in the morning, I wouldn't be able to focus on my work. I exercise in the evening, and I think that came from training as a gymnast. My trainings were always after school. And so I developed this physical discipline in the evenings. Doing it in the morning actually makes me kind of tired, and I can't focus as well. I don't get some kind of boost that helps me to do my work. So I focus on my mental tasks in the morning when I'm sharp, and I focus on my exercise in the evening. I know that about myself. Maybe the first step to you accomplishing your goals is learning how you function and stop trying to be somebody else. All right. I hope that was helpful for you today. I hope you got some very practical things to take away, and I hope that you will give yourself some grace, but not give yourself an excuse when you're not doing it, because we all fail.